Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Schmattz Outdoors. We're just getting ready to head out on the line again today. It is a chilly morning, but at least the wind is down. There's almost no wind today. It was 12 degrees when I just looked before I come outside. So my urine bottle and my fish oil bottle will be inside the truck today, which I normally don't. I don't like them in the truck in case they spill, but they're gonna freeze if I ride them around in the back. And then you got to be careful on a day like today that like the feet and the noses don't freeze, especially if you catch them early. So depending on if I catch them on like the first little loop of my line, I'll probably end up stopping and hanging them in the basement just so they stay warm and don't freeze through the rest of the line. You know, because 5 or 6 hours of riding around in the truck at this temperature, you know, like the nose will freeze, and then it takes a while for them to unthaw. So that's about all I know today. I'm going to pull those beaver sets, the 3 beaver sets, no matter what's in them. Hopefully there's something in them, whether even if it's just muskrats, hopefully there's something in there. We're going to pull the 3 today. Could have picked a warmer day to do it, but today's the day, so we're going to pull them out of there today, and hopefully I got some land catches to show you as well. All right, let's get out there. Alright guys, so I'm a ways through the line, maybe a quarter of the way through now. Everything's been still working as far as I can tell. Yesterday over here, by these big trees, I had a raccoon caught, and then there's a barn right here. This set looked like it had been disturbed, like there was a catch circle or something. I'm using this big rock as a reference right here, this rock. So when I'm looking for the road, I can tell, you know, I'm just before the rock. And it looked like it was disturbed, so I drove out here. It had just been set off. There was no real disturbance at all. It was just a deer, I believe. But there was some sign. There was raccoon tracks and coyote tracks here. So I got it reset, and now today when I come to check, I got this little guy. Nice little red fox here. I mean, he's not little, I guess, but compared to a coyote or whatever, he's little. He's frosty because it's cold out here, and he was laid up or curled up in a little ball, so he was pretty easy to see the bright red against the, you know, the frosty everything. But this is one set I just wanted to make a point. So when I was remaking this set, typically I like to use, like, I'll use a dirt clod like this or something that for a good solid backing. This set, I must have used like some corn stalks that had blown up into this little fence line here, because when I got here there was no backing behind my dirt hole at all, and my dirt hole had kind of collapsed in. Like I said, I feel like animals have been here and visited my set, you know, when the trap was set off. So just a point I want to make sure you use it. I mean, even if it's just a dirt clod like this, you know, don't use corn stalks or leaves or something like that the wind can blow away, because this is in the wide open. I mean, there's a road over here where this tree is. There's just a fence line, then there's a pasture right here and a little slough kind of on the end, and then there's this big slough out in the middle. You know, it's all out in the wide open, so if the wind's gonna blow, if you had corn stalks as your backing, well, they could be a half mile away, you know, and if you put your bait and lure on those corn stalks too, now your bait and lure is a half mile away. Or even if it's only 10 feet away, that's almost worse than it being a half mile away. You know, now the bait or the smell is 10 feet from your set instead of right at your set where you want it. So when I remade the set, I actually used a little rock, like a size of a baseball rock, as my backer behind my hole. You know, that's not gonna blow away or whatever. And now I'll probably use one of these dirt clods, and probably I'll scoop up some of this, you know, debris or whatever, and use it kind of as a backing. You know, and I've even used, like, if you're gonna use corn stalks and leaves or that type of stuff, take a little loose dirt, like when you're sifting your dirt, if you have leftover dirt clumps, set it on top of your backing or kind of sprinkle it on there, and so that dirt kind of holds your backing in place. It also keeps too, so the wind don't knock your backing down into your hole. I do get that occasionally, like, you know, where leaves or whatever, you know, it'll fill my whole set completely in, and you can't even tell where the set's at because it's covered over with leaves and stuff. But by putting a little dirt on your backing, it kind of holds those leaves and stuff in place. you know, you use what you have to or what you have available. But you know, like I said, try to make it a dirt clod. Even if I had to go out here and grab a dirt clod from the field, you know, I wouldn't be so upset. The rest of the area all smells like this, and I use fox urine, so for like this set here, it'd be perfect anyway. You know, I could use anything and just spray a little urine on it, and it's going to smell like the rest of the set. So all right, we'll give you one more quick look of him here. He's pretty calm. He was jumping around pretty good when I got out here, but he's pretty calm now. All right, guys, so I'm there's the abandoned farm place here. You can see the buildings falling down. There's a barn right behind this that's completely demolished. I got a dog proof right here, and this dog proof has been set off, or the ball has been knocked off my dog proof like probably 4 or 5 checks in a row here, and I've rebaited it, you know, and some of the times like my bait is still in there, so I'll just set the golf ball back on. This is what I kind of expected. It does happen. I catch a few every year, but I actually have a rat caught in this dog proof. He's kind of hard to see, but sometimes they don't set them off the first time they mess with them, whatever. Over on the other side of this building, kind of right off the corner, there's a trail going out the other side of this. I have a dog proof over there. That ball has been knocked off, I think just once or twice, but this one's been knocked off. Obviously something looked like it come and ate on the side of this rat, so if there's one, then I'm guessing there's more than that around here. I mean, they could be under this building for all I know, or in the building, or... But yeah, that's why I actually use golf balls. So I just set a golf ball on top of it. One, I can see the set real easily. You know, I don't even have to be close at all to be able to see a golf ball setting on top of a thing. But yeah, it just keeps the mice more than rats. Rats will knock them off once in a while. And if something else knocks them off, I do catch mice in my sets once in a while. I haven't got any this year, but I typically do. And this is the first rat I've caught this year, but we'll see how froze this guy is, if I can even get him out of there. But I just wanted to point that out, that's what the golf balls are for. I just set a golf ball on top of them, and that hopefully keeps these incidentals out of your sets and keeps your sets working. Part of it is I use like a sardine paste essentially with like anise in it, and I'll show you that on a different video. And I think they come up and eat that. I kind of put it on the lip of the trap, and I think they come up and eat that, and that's how the golf ball gets knocked off a lot of times. But skunks, I think, will do it. Cats will eat it. I've seen deer actually eat it. So like any of those animals come along, it doesn't take nothing, and they'll knock the golf ball off. And then once the golf ball's off, if a mouse finds your thing, it's like day after day, they'll keep cleaning you out. So the golf ball pretty well keeps a mouse out of there. Obviously not rats, but... All right, we'll get this set remade if I can, and we'll get moved on. All right, guys, I'm a little ways farther down the line here. Just looking at my set here. So I've showed you this guy. In this set, I've caught 2 coyotes and a raccoon. Over there, I've caught 2 raccoons, and I got a catch again today. I'll show you. Just this block of woods, like I said, the edge of this field, and then this fence line. You know, like I said, from me driving and then the landowner driving, they got a nice little like packed down path now that the coyotes are run. But I don't know if you could see, but right there and there and there and there and right here, the pan of my trap is right there, and they stepped right here. But the deer was here, so we'll adjust that just a little bit, and I'll probably re-lure this one as long as I'm here. But we'll show you what we got on this guy here. So I could see this big wad of grass from the road, so I knew something was caught in here. And I'm not gonna get super close. He don't look real big. He's got himself like a nice little hole dug, but there is a skunk right here. Yeah, like I said, we'll get, I was hoping with the cold weather that would be the end of them, but, you know, it could be the end of them and raccoons. Alright guys, so I'm just a little farther down the line here. Things are looking up for the day. I've showed you this spot a few times already. I'm going to show you kind of what's here again. So behind me, so what I got is a fence line. There's a pasture here. Obviously a fence line there with a cornfield on that side. There's this big wooded draw back here. And I have these sets. I have like the skunkiest smelling lures on one of these sets that's blowing right down, northwest wind is blowing from where I'm at towards this big draw, so the wind blows right down in there. I've showed you these sets before. I had a single coyote. The next day I had a double here, one in each set. I got 2 sets here, and then I had one caught by a back leg just a few days ago. But I don't know if you've seen when I panned, but there you go. There's one coyote. There's one coyote. So this is the second time I've ever caught a double on coyotes next to each other. Again, I don't put a lot of sets like this. I have, I think, 4 sets out like this, or 4 places that I have dual sets like this. Otherwise, I don't normally set them like this. This one here, like I said, I knew was a good spot. And the other places, I've had good luck every year when I've had sets in those spots. 2 of the doubles that I have not caught anything this year, so that's interesting. Where I just had that skunk, that was one of the places I have a double as well. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're both caught pretty deep in the trap. This one is for sure. So again, nice looking coyotes. As they're getting less and less rubbed looking as the season goes on, which is usually the opposite. I can't tell how good this one here. This is a lot bigger coyote over here. Ooh, he's just toe caught, so we're not gonna get real close to him. He's got a weird spot on his forehead. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but all right. Both of these look like nice coyotes. They're both dark ones for here. This is usually where I catch some of the lighter coyotes. Must be just a different pack or something moved through, or who knows, but I was lucky enough to pick up a pair again. So with these two, I'm up to 26 for the year now. So that's a heck of a season already. Considering it was shortened by a full week already, and my best year ever is only 28. I've done that twice, last year, and then 3 years ago I had 28. And I still got 12 days left. I don't know, 10 days. I don't know, whatever. I got a week and a half or a little more left to go. So my goal was 35 for the year. I don't know if I'll make 35, but boy, we're gonna give it a run. All right, guys, I've only checked just one more set that was empty, and come out here. I think I showed you this a few days ago. You got this big public hunting. This is the Sioux that I had the 11 sets in that I kept catching, 8 or 6 to 8 muskrats every day. I checked it. The other day I had a skunk. I got 2 sets here. I had a skunk in one and a coyote in the other. And when I got out here today, I got a double again. But this is more of the double I'm looking for. So got a nice big, this is a big coyote to me, and like not super fat, but just frame wise, he is big. He's caught good in that, MB 550. So I got one here. And then this is the set that I had the coyote in the other day. Kind of was a bugger to get this set remade because I didn't have much for backing, but obviously I had enough and it was set good enough. Again, another MB 550. He's caught deep in there too, above the ankle or at the ankle. He didn't want to really look at me, but both nice looking coyotes again. So that makes 4 coyotes and a fox today. That's 5 dogs in one day, and I'm halfway through my line maybe, so things are really looking up. And these two make 28, so that ties my all-time best for one season, and this would be the 3rd season now I've had 28 out of the last 4 years. So well, man, I got, like I said, 10-12 days left to go, and I already got 28. Just kind of hit me right there. We'll get these 2 guys taken care of and these sets remade. It's going to be a long night of skinning tonight, which I'm more than happy to do, especially when they're nice looking coyotes like these. Their fur is getting thicker every day, and they're not rubbed like some of the first ones were. So both of these look like real nice coyotes again. All right, guys, I am literally on to the very next set, and things are looking up again. So I showed you guys this set just a few days ago. All it is, there's a road like right there. There's this little chunk of CRP and a road right there. It's no more than 100 yards square. My set is right here. You can see, I mean, the peat moss is disturbed. And I have a slide wire, and right here at the end of the slide wire, there is a nice coyote again. He's caught by the back foot again, so I don't know. You know, here's my set, just a dirt hole set. I don't know why they're trying to pee on it or whatever. That's the only reason why I figure I can't get back leg catches. But so this coyote is quite important to me. So this is coyote number 29 for the year. First time I've ever done that. This coyote also ties my best day ever at 6 dogs in one day. I have 5 coyotes and a fox now in my truck, or with this one it's 5 coyotes and a fox. I've only ever I caught 6 coyotes in one check a couple years ago. I've caught 5 coyotes in one day as well. So, but yeah, this guy is pretty important to me. He's number 29 for the year. We'll give you a little better look at him. I don't want to get too close. He's caught really deep in that trap, so I'm not real worried about him getting out or nothing. But so yeah, I just got a slide wire. I don't know if you guys can see the wire or not, but the wire cuts right through here, and it's anchored about right here. And there he is. He's kind of showing his teeth. Look at how flared up his hair is and stuff. I don't get him to do that very often. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's going to be stupid late night tonight, but that is what it is. Wow. I mean, a beautiful coyote, a nice light colored one again. I don't know. I'm kind of in disbelief myself, so. And I still have maybe half the line, good third of the line left to check. So, I mean, things could still keep piling up here. All right, we'll get this guy out of here. The set's real quick to remake. Basically, I'll go out in the field here and just get a little loose dirt, rebed the trap, sift a little dirt over it, and I rebait, or not rebait necessarily. I'll check to see if the bait's in the hole, and then I'll re-lure it and put urine on it, and we'll be on to the next spot. Well, apparently I hit the hot part of my line. Let's hope it keeps up, but boy, I don't know. So we'll show you what I got here. So all this is a rock pile out in the middle of a section. There's this little tree line. It's just a kind of broken up fence line where this power line runs up and down. I had a flat set right here, and it was messed with a couple days ago when I did the full maintenance day on my line. It had been kind of, my trap was like maybe a third of the way uncovered or whatever, so I got it recovered up. You can see I got a nice great big raccoon in there. This is one of the spots I consider myself having double sets. And then over here I have a trail camera looking at a dirt hole set over here. That's all I have to say. It's been a long day. I'm still not that many far sets down from when I last talked to you. I had the raccoon. I did catch one skunk in a 220 set in a ditch. I caught 4 in that same set earlier, 4 days in a row earlier in the season. My camera died while I was filming, so you probably didn't get to see that. I'm only just a few sets past that, and that's all I gotta say is just, oh man, I've been doing so good all season, and then now this happened. All right, I've showed you this set in the past. So I got a fence line here on the alfalfa. There's a pasture fence line comes up here, farm place. And I got this giant ass pile of dirt. I mean, it's better than 2 foot up. Oh, I could see why. So there, he's right here. It's hard to really see him, but there's a big old badger caught there. But I see why he dug such a big pile. He is caught by the back foot. Yeah, he is growing pretty good at me here. We'll get around, see if I can get around this side of him here, if you could see him a little better. I wish you guys could hear him. He is just growing like crazy. that is the first badger of the year. So 29 coyotes, 3 fox, coons, the whole works, all in coyote sets, and the first badger. I usually catch like 3 a year, so I mean, it's been surprising that I hadn't caught one. All right, so we got a little work here. We'll get him dispatched. I gotta somehow try. I mean, this guy ain't gonna want the dirt in his alfalfa field, so hopefully it's not froze too hard. I can get it somewhat level back off. I'll get the set remade today. I probably will eventually move over a little bit and I'll put in a clean set, because I do not catch coyotes in sets that I've caught badgers in. I just don't. I never have, not one time. I have caught them in when I make a second set nearby. I'll catch them in that, but I won't catch them in the badger set. So I don't think like a coyote likes to mess with a badger all that much. So just the smell of the badger, because they stink, you know. But all right, well, anyway, we'll quit badgering on and we'll get him taken care of and get out of here. All right, guys, so I'm out at this beaver house. Like I said this morning, I'm pulling these traps. I really shouldn't, because I got my whole truck full of fur and everything else, but I'm just done wearing the waders, done coming out here and checking these. There are a few bubbles under the ice here. Nothing a whole lot. It's hard to tell. Almost looks like it kind of goes straight across, like, but it'd be more of muskrat bubbles than anything if I had to guess. There are a few bubbles just right above that trap, and then that one out there doesn't look like there's any bubbles at all. You know, nothing heading that way. Or so what I'm gonna do here, sorry, I'll get you guys out of the sun. I'm gonna walk out. I'm gonna bust the ice till I can get that set out of there. We'll get it up on the bank, and I'll bust the ice around these two. If I have anything in that one, I'll show you guys when I turn you back on, and we'll check these two. If there's something, if the traps are set off, I'll turn you on. I'll show you when I see it. All right, guys, so I got the 3 sets checked here. This one out here had not been set off or anything. The one over here behind these cattails where I caught that 60-pound beaver, that one was not set off. But this one here is set off. I have it chopped out. I haven't checked to see what's in there, but I do have it chopped out. It's busting me a little ice, so I got room here. Let's see. Reach down and find. Oh, that's not it. Here we go. Ooh, it feels pretty light, and it is. That's why I like these. Are Bridger Magnums. I got that muskrat literally caught by his tail. That is it. Not even caught. It's not that big a muskrat, but there must not be any little ones in this house, because that's 3 checks with 3 traps, and I got 1 muskrat. So I'm glad I decided to pull them today. It's gonna be a little messing around. I got the other 2 completely pulled out and wrapped up. We'll get this one wrapped up, get this muskrat out of this trap, get all this stuff loaded up. The only thing that could have made this day better if I would have had a beaver, because then I pretty much got every animal I can catch on my line. So all right, guys, this is like the day that just never ends. I'm down to 6 coyote traps and 2 dog proofs, raccoon sets on our land, and the first one I come to, I got this guy. I don't know, I'm kind of looking into the sun here. I'll try and get around, see if you'll get him to move. But all there is, this is just a big fence line, and then there's a big ravine right up here where those trees are, and it runs down, and there's really like a fence line down there, but it really goes to nowhere. But I know they do travel along here once in a while, but I don't know. It was very hard to tell that he even had anything, because he was doing that. He's literally dug himself a hole and is laying in a hole. So that's now a personal best for me. I have 7 dogs in one day and 6 coyotes in one day. That is both personal bests. That is coyote number 30 for the year for me in 17 checks. So, and like I said, I got 5 more sets and 2 dog proofs left to check. So it's gonna be a stupid long night, skinning tonight, but we're going to get this set remade the best I can here. The wind is picking up a little bit, but we're gonna try and get this set remade, and we'll get the last ones checked hopefully before it gets dark. All right, guys, so I'm a little bummed. I'm in our pasture here, so there's a big draw down the middle of our pasture. It goes into this block of woods. The last coyote I caught was on the fence line way on the other side, and I have sets down in the draw, a couple coon sets and a couple coyote sets like along the edge. In one of my coon sets, the ball was knocked off the trap and I couldn't see it, so I walked down there. I had a raccoon caught. There was tracks on the ice down in the creek bottom, but I couldn't even tell where my trap had been. Like, there was no hole, like he dug my stake out. I always make sure that I set the stake and make sure that it's in there solid, or I'll move it to somewhere else, and boy, it's just gone. So unfortunately I lost a trap. A coon has a trap on his leg, which I do not like at all. I mean, obviously it cost me money for that trap, but I don't want that animal to have to deal with that. But yeah, so I lost a trap over there. But I'm on the other side of the draw right now. The very last trap of the day, last check, and here's what we got. There he is. So this is the second coyote I caught off of our land. I had 6 coyote sets and those 2 raccoon sets. Second coyote today. That makes 6 coyotes for the day. What, I have more than that? This is 7 coyotes for the day. And a fox, and we'll try and get this guy. I mean, I'm running out of sunlight. We're gonna try and get this set. This set was terrible to put in, but we're gonna try and get it reset the best I can. Get the trap bedded the best I can anyway, and we'll get back to the house. We'll try and show you guys the end of the day catch before I lose all my light. All right, guys, so I made it back home. I took a few pictures of my catch before it started getting dark. The sun is set now, and I finally got home, got everything set and remade. I did not remake that badger set. I'm going to take a shovel with me the next run, and we'll fill that hole back in and then try and remake it. I let the farmer know that it's like that so he doesn't try and dig my trap up or anything to fill the hole back in. Here's what we got. By far my best day, single day check ever for land trapping, at least. So we ended up with the 6 coyotes. These 2 are the last 2 we just got off of our land, which I'm really happy about that. And then I'm not real sure, the other ones kind of got mixed up while they were in my truck, but there was 2 doubles and then just a single. I got that one nice real fat badger. He's got real nice thick fuzzy hair in there. So I'm actually gonna skin him with the feet on, because the fur buyer mentioned about leaving the feet on, so that one's nice enough. We're gonna try and do that, but not tonight. I'm just gonna cut the feet off and leave them in there. Cut the bones off and leave the feet in there, and I'll have to skin it out when I flesh it. We got the 2 muskrats, or 2 skunks, sorry, and we got the 1 muskrat here. My beaver sets, might be the very last water animal I catch this year. And then the nice fox here, he's got a few burrs like in his butt and in his tail, but he's pretty nice. I think he's darker even than the last 2 I've caught, as far as, being a dark red color or darker red. And then I got the 1 big raccoon. So out of all these, so what do we got? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of these animals were caught in coyote sets, and I remade at least 3 more coyote sets, so that's 14 coyote sets. The muskrat was in a beaver set, and I caught 1 of the skunks in a 220 set that I didn't show you because my battery died. But I got a long night of skinning ahead of me, so I appreciate you guys riding along today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the catches. Again, this is my best day ever. That's the first badger of the year for me, hopefully the last. And I'm now at 31 coyotes total for the season. That bested my previous best season by 3 already, and I still have a couple weeks to trap here, so I don't know how many I'm going to end up with, but it's getting ridiculous now. Yeah, that's about all I got. Hit the subscribe button if you like what you're seeing. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Hit the notification bell so you guys know when I'm putting up a new video. You never know, I might have another day like this to show you guys. And then hit the thumbs up if you like what you've seen today. I mean, I tried to show you the best I could, the locations where I caught all my animals and that type of stuff. And then leave a comment below. I'd like to hear what you guys think about my catch, about what I'm doing, all that stuff. Leave comments below. I'd like to read what you guys think. Otherwise, we'll see you guys out on the line tomorrow.